Tyler Helms out on track. Trevino, he was fastest in practice. Running some laps out here at the Glen. Did it in great fashion. I think he took the fastest lap in practice. Yes, he did over Logan Brink. Trace McDowell coming third. Shocking result there. 15 minutes of qualifying. It's a new format after the rule got changed for qualifying. Used to be a 10-minute open session where you can run as many laps as you wanted throughout a 10-minute session. Now it is 15 minutes and 4 laps. So you get 4 laps to set your best lap here at the Glen today. I assume this will be in effect for Cup. As we head there tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. It's going to be live here on the Universal iRacing Broadcast Network. Trevino going hard into the bus stop. You got to go way over that curb on the entry and give it a lunge. Ooh, it might be an off track. Might have disregarded his first lap. But we all know that first lap on a qualifying is usually a prep lap. Usually. A lot of exceptions, though, on the oval side. A lot of tracks just love those cold tires. Some don't. And I can tell you right now, the road courses, they don't like cold tires. I mean, it increases your top speed down the straight because of how iRacing works with their tire physics. But overall, I don't believe it does too much to help you more than anything. Trevino still trying to run out some laps. Still just watching Zachary Trevino make his way around the track. He went pole position with that first lap, blistering fast, 11.9, or 1 minute and 11 seconds and 9/10 lap time. That was incredible, honestly. Hector Collazo sitting in second currently with a 12.377. That's 4/10, ladies and gentlemen. 4/10. And this is Hector Collazo we're talking about. He's a road course guy, but he hasn't been on the sim in a long while. It's been a minute. You know, he's getting used to everything again. Trace McDowell sitting third, though. I think Logan Brink is running laps. He's racing. So interesting. Logan Brink, P2 on the board. 112.102. And Hector Collazo goes top of the charts. Beats Trevino by 2/10. Sitting in a 111.768. Incredible lap time. 2/10 up on Trevino. Trace McDowell goes third quick again with a 12.052. Incredible lap time from Trace McDowell. This guy's a monster on road courses. Not so much on the oval side. I mean, he hasn't won any races or shown any credibility. But this guy, I'm telling you, if he can refine them road courses, he might be someone to look out for on these things. Little loose there, entering the carousel. Not what you want. It's dangerous there, honestly. You can see he's just loose. Truck tends to get very loose at road courses here on iRacing. It's very different than your traditional road course vehicle. Much weirder, in my opinion, too. Because the challenge is just amplified in these trucks. You can just see all over the place. Logan Brink, P number 3. Almost a 112 flat. He has done qualifying. Trace McDowell set a 112.459. He stays 4th fastest. Hector Collazo on his 3rd lap. I don't know if he's going to run the 4th lap. But Trevino, I think he's done with qualifying. Brink still finishing out his final lap. Oh, Brink's a little loose. Yeah, not going to work out. McKinney, familiar face coming back. Not the fastest. Missed practice for the most part. 113.766 for Xander McKinney, a returning driver. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot of these guys are doing much of anything. And we still got 8 minutes of qualifying left. So, I don't know what to talk about here. There's nothing to talk about. I mean, Hector Collazo, I mean, at the moment, he's on pole. I mean, great for Hector. Needed that. He opted out of the Trucks playoffs. He would have been out either way. Opted out just because he wasn't going to be there. And he wants to go win a truck race. I mean, he's probably going to win one cup tomorrow. Logan Brink might show up, if I had to guess. Brink's going to go for his 4th lap. Peter Hoppy won 12.728 on his 2nd lap. Brink's going to give it one final shot here. Let's ride on board with Brink. Looking like a fast lap for Logan Brink. If he doesn't choke this final corner, might be one of the best laps of the day. Where does he go? Brink, 11.861. Almost gets Hector Collazo. Misses out by a 10th. Incredible lap. Hoppy running out his 4th and final lap. Whoa! Into the barrier. And he has wrecked. Tyler Helms goes P number 6 on his final lap. A 12.831. Actually, I want to see if he's taking the bus stop correctly now, because Tyler ain't too good with doing that. You don't like to do it. Can't seem to find it, so my guess is probably further ahead. I just can't view it. Oh, no, it's because I was on blimp static. There we go. Let's see. Did he take that bus stop correctly? I hope he did. I've been on this boy about it. Tyler. Get on that wall, man. The wall. Doesn't matter. A lot of these guys are done with qualifying. Here's Zarate. Going for his first lap of the day. Zarate goes a little bit wide. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. You know, Christian Zarate is not the worst road course racer in UIS. Wouldn't call him the best either. Kind of an all-around, kind of a jack of all trades. Not really good at one thing. And I spoke too soon. He's probably better at the ovals. Keep it going. Woohoo! Number 15! Go get pole! Did my best fan of Christian Zarate imitation. I don't know if he has any, but he might. No, the drivers aren't a fan of him. There you go. See, that's how you enter a bus stop, Tyler. You eat that curb. Eat it. You like that? Well, we got 3 minutes left of qualifying, and Chris still has 2 more laps to complete. These first 2 do not count. So, he's going to need to get on his A game here if he wants to try and steal pole from Hector Collazo. Here he comes. Starting lap number 3. Already not a good sign. Gonna run it out into turn number 1. Hard on the brakes. Getting in there, he's really loose. You see that truck is unsettled. Wasn't quite able to get to the apex there. And costs him a little bit of time. But, like I said, he's still got 1 more lap after this. So even if he doesn't put up the best lap, still got plenty of time to do another one. Grass a little bit. Braking hard, getting into that bus stop. Boom, big curby. Double curb, perfect. Great bus stop. Little loose there into the carousel. Truck tends to get snappy the more you run it. Really snappy on road courses. See what I'm talking about? He's way out of the groove. Really loose. These trucks on road courses, they used to be nothing. They were minuscule. You didn't care about how you drove them. But now, they are so loose, it's almost as if you're driving an Xfinity car. It's crazy. Xfinity car if it had a baby and it was 200 pounds more. So, going into turn number 1, let's see what Zarate does. Goes P number 8, 13.252. A lot better this time by. Getting a feel a little bit better. Goes up through the turns 2 and 3 S's. Where's Zarate going to qualify? Here he comes into the final corner. Zarate to see where he qualifies for today's race. (1:12.287). He qualifies 5th on the grid, and qualifying has expired. Let's get racing. First, though, Hector Collazo, your pole sitter. Hector Collazo in here. Hey, Hector Collazo, man, you just got the pole, man. How does it feel?
3 laps of practice. I'm not ready for a long run.
Oh,
I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, the truck's snappy. Do you think you're gonna be able to handle it?
I don't know why we're doing 40 laps, but well, I think so.
All right. Well, you got anything you want to say to the broadcast before I'll let you go here?
This is gonna be a bad race. It's gonna be a caution test, so it's gonna be longer than 2 hours.
Gotta be in for the long haul.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Hector. Good luck.
Wow.
Well, you heard it from your pulse there. This could be a bad race. Oh, let's get going. Your starting grid, starting on pole position. Hector Collazo takes the pole. Starting second, old man washed up Logan Brink takes second place on the grid. Starting in third is going to be Zachary Trevino on the grid at the moment. After that, it's going to be Trace McDowell. Fifth is Christian Zarate. Sixth is Peter Hoppy. Seventh is Tyler Helms. Eighth is Nicholas Rode. Ninth is Maxwell Funderburk. 10th is Kyler Cook. Carter Cook. Gosh. Jackson Brown starts in the 11th spot. McKinney in the 12th. Carmelo Echevarria, I think, in the 13th spot. Kai Collymore 14th. And Rex Jenkins is in the 16th spot, way at the back. He's just trying to pick up some experience after what we saw at Charlotte Roval. I would love to pull up a flashback if I had one, because that guy was a moving wrecking ball. I don't know what he was doing, but it's going to be a good race as we get rolling off the grid. Again, Hector leads you from the pole position, following behind the Porsche safety car. Special edition, flown in from Germany for today's race. Pace car driver's a happy man. All right. This is going to be exciting. What's not exciting, though, is the outlap. As all the drivers, they line up double file, and they go slow. I don't know, big shocker here in my opinion was Trace McDowell qualifying P4. He's a lot better at the road courses than he is on the ovals, I'll tell you that. But, man, this just great starting position for him. All right, pace car goes a little bit wide. He's just enjoying all this. Got a lot of cars warming up their tires in the back. Let's get ready to go racing from Watkins Glen. Hector's saving a little bit of gas. Trevino warming up their tires. Zarate, McDowell. This is going to be an exciting race. It's going to be drama. It's going to be wrecking. It's going to be some incredible racing. And I'm glad you're watching. As here we come into the final corner, Porsche pace car about to pull off the track, and Hector Collazo is going to lead us to the green flag. Here we go, live from Watkins Glen. They fire off. Brink with a good fire off, better than Collazo. He inches ahead with the nose going into turn number 1. Trace McDowell right on the bumper of Logan Brink. Gives him a little bit of a shove. Goes wide. McDowell following through the pack. Zarate, he escapes to P number 4. And Hector Collazo still in the lead of this race. Still some cycling going on in the back. Road goes beyond the 20. Collazo extending that gap as they go into the bus stop. Whoa, one loose. That's Maxwell Funderburk. He keeps it going, though. Funderburk keeps it going. And Collazo has extended the gap to 7/10 on the first lap out of 40 here in the truck. You heard Hector in the pre-race, didn't really feel comfortable with the long run. But we're going to figure out how it goes. Trevino way loose. He's in the wall in the back. Not good for Trevino. Nicholas Road has spun out. Let's see what happened. Ooh, he just got loose. Locked it down. Yeah, tough break. Logan Brink has caught up to Hector a little bit. Closed the gap to 4/10. Trevino, a man on his own island right now. But Trace McDowell being pressured from Christian Zarate. He wants the 4th spot. They go into the bus stop. Trace McDowell cedes the position. Christian Zarate overtakes him for P number 4. Bobby Helms, though. Or Tyler. Yeah, Tyler Helms. He's in the 6th spot, honestly. Pretty shocking. Not in a bad way. Just, he doesn't really perform in road courses, but we got to fight back. Trace McDowell better run out of the carousel. Backs off of the corner. Lets Christian Zarate overrun himself. Christian a little bit wide. He's into the wall, but that's not going to be enough. McDowell, no runoff speed. Just able to get on that brake so much better than Zarate. We saw that's what he was struggling with in qualifying. Brink still keeping pace with Hector Collazo. As Collazo actually went a little bit slower that last lap by about 1/10. So Brink's putting on the hunt. Trevino's escaping from Zarate and McDowell and a couple others following. Jackson Brown, Carter Cook. Jackson Brown loses the spot, and Carter Cook overtakes for 7th position. But there's a fight back. Jackson Brown wants to make a move. Where's he going to go? Sitting right behind on the number 6 Dunkin' Donuts machine as they roll towards turn number 1. Peeks out a little bit. Looks like he wants to send a dive bomb. Tries to fake him out a little bit. Doesn't quite work, but Jackson Brown into turn number 1 and 2 runs out a little bit wide. Zarate, McDowell, they're back at it again. They've closed the gap on each other. About 3/10 separate the two. Hunting each other on their horses. Trace a little bit slower out of the exit of the bus stop. Learning lessons from his father to become a road course ringer. Brink has fallen off the pace a little bit. Hector Collazo has picked it up. And Zachary Trevino goes 111.911. Back at it again. Here they come. McDowell better run off the corner. What's he going to do through the S's? Whoa, Christian Zarate, he opens up the gap. McDowell looking for a lane down on the inside, going into the bus stop. He brakes later. Whoa! Almost getting into each other. McDowell has to fall back a little bit as he almost ran into the back of Christian Zarate as he entered the bus stop a little too shallow. So some crazy turn of events there. Could have been a wreck, but we keep it green. Rex Jenkins. Grandpa around the track. Hector still extending that gap from Logan Brink. Still only on lap number 6 here, and it's already been decently full action, especially for the 5th position, or the 4th position, I should say. But Hector put on a showcase here. We'll go on board for a lap once he comes to line. For now, these two regrouping on each other. A lot of these guys going crazy. Like I said, Hector Collazo extends his gap. We're going to go on board with him. You see Hector Collazo getting in the wall a little bit there. No problems with his truck. I mean, he's on fire. Ran a 12.362. Logan Brink ran a 13.216. About a second off Hector Collazo. Keeping it strong. Got lap traffic ahead. Who would have guessed? Rex Jenkins. And Carter Cook. What happened to Carter Cook? Trying to catch up to Carter Cook. Brink barely in the distance. Caution is out on the track. What happened? Big break for Logan Brink, Trevino, and them. Pit stop cycles were here around the corner. What happened? I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Was an accidental caution thrown? Oh, McDowell's in the pits. Well, that's normal. We saw him going down pit road. What happened? Yeah, he's off, so... What happened? Oh, competition yellow. Getting words from the officials now. It is a competition yellow at lap number 10. Was unaware that there was a competition yellow. That explains it. So we get a competition yellow, kind of just get to see how their cars are going to run. Obviously saw Hector had the best car, but it's the chance for these drivers to get a better restart and capitalize on what they've learned from their car. So we're going to see here how the race plans out. Going to go roll up to the pace car and give me a good one there. You know, I was just thinking, this actually really helps cars like Trace McDowell, Tyler Helms. Those guys, they just pit. Jackson Brown, they just pit. So, before the competition yellow, they pit. So, it begs the question, is Hector Collazo and a couple other cars going to come down pit road, and are they going to cycle to the front? Because, to me... that's just brilliant that they pitted before the comp yellow. There was no reason they shouldn't have, because it was incredible. So we're going to see here what these cars do. If they choose to go down the pit lane, yes, they do. Here comes Hector Collazo, Logan Brink, Zachary Trevino, Carter Cook, Rex Jenkins, and a lot of cars in tow. Tyler Helms and all them stay out. So we're going to see how this race on pit road goes as Hector Collazo leads them. He has the number 1 pit box, obviously, due to winning the pole. Here he comes, into the pit road. Who's going to win the race off? Who wins the race off pit road here? Let's see. Hector waiting a little bit. Seems like Zach got a better entry in those cars. Yeah, Brink's still on pit road. Trevino goes second on pit road. Carter Cook, third off of pit road. But he's a lap down. So, he doesn't really count necessarily. But Logan Brink's still in the pit lane. Now out of the pit lane. Might have had some damage he had to repair or something happened. But Tyler Helms cycles to lead. We are back. Green from Watkins Glen. Tyler Helms rolls into turn number 1. Late on the brakes. They're 3 wide going into turn 1. This isn't going to end well. Trace McDowell gets pushed up the track. Everyone's scurrying across. Up into the S's. And it's Kai. No, not Kai Collymore. He usually runs 39, but we got a little bit of chaos in the back. Hector Colazzo involved. Jackson Brown leads the race. Holy cow, this guy. First time I've ever seen up here. Zachary Trevino already the 3rd place. Terrible start for Hector Colazzo and company. Awful. Trevino, yeah, already in the 3rd spot. And Jackson Brown, I'm just shocked he's right there. Insane. Magic, if even. And Brown's in the wall. Here comes Trace McDowell. They roar towards turn number 1. Brown holding him way down on the inside. Trace McDowell sends in a lunge. Brown, he's going to switch back. Here comes Trevino on the outside of Brown. Trying to get around McDowell, trying to get around Brown. Brown, slide job on Trevino. Trevino having none of it. Trying to form up the run. Brown holding that inside lane, not very strongly. But it's enough to ward off Trevino. And Trace McDowell extends his gap from the lead. Jackson sent it way too deep in the bus stop. He's off track. Whoa, and he saves it. Big, big looseness into the carousel for Jackson Brown. And here comes Zachary Trevino on the inside of Jackson Brown, trying to make it around him. He's got the speed. He clears Jackson Brown for P number 2. Incredible, incredible bravery there. Trusting the car, and it's stuck. But now he's got to chase down Trace McDowell. Brink has made it up into the 5th spot. Hector still in 9th. Ugh. Yeah, he's got damage on that left rear. You can see it. Tyler Helms gets into the 3rd spot. Wow. Started in 1st on the restart, but he's in 3rd, so incredible from Tyler Helms. We're about at the halfway point for this Watkins Glen race. Probably spoke too soon, as Tyler Helms just spun. Went for a slide, if you would, and Brink squeezes past for the 2nd spot. Why'd he pit? Did not give him fuel? Might not have given Trevino fuel. Might have been an iRacing bug. Wow. So Trace McDowell retains the lead with 23 here to go at the Glen. That's a long way to go. Minute lap times, over 23 minutes of track time. They said this was going to be a quick race. Man, you're in for a long haul on a road course. You're not going to have as much cautions as you would on an oval. But man, you got to be consistent. Emphasizing that. McDowell ran a 12.294. Incredible lap time, honestly. Brink goes 12.426. So McDowell, at the moment, believe it or not, he's the fastest car on track. Crazy to think about. Collazo and Christian Zarate are battling. I don't think Collazo's going to have any of Chris's nonsense here. A little bit loose. He's in the grass. Going into the bus stop. Hard on the brakes is Collazo. Racing through the bus stop. He's on the bumper of Christian Zarate. Probably going to make a move here. Christian Zarate feeds him the dirty air. And Hector Collazo is defended by Christian Zarate. It just seems like Hector in traffic can't go anywhere. Terrible. Once again, McDowell still extending that gap from Brink. Yeah, you could just see the left rear damage from Hector Collazo. I don't think it's affecting his splitter. No, it's affecting his splitter. It's a little bent. Might have lost a little bit of rear downforce. Coming back on Christian Zarate. He wants a move. Is he going to make a move? No, he's loose. He's loose. He needs to get that damage fixed ASAP. His car is it could probably be blown away by, like, if you were like I don't want to say it. Gotta remain professional here. Yeah, if you just blew your mouth, I mean, the car would go flying. So, but man, Tyler Helms is under pressure from Christian Zarate. Christian down the inside, sends it. Man, Tyler Helms has to settle in for P number 4. Maybe battling back to Chris. I mean, these two have drama. They have beef in the past. Helms trying to get the run off the corner. Not quite. Rolling towards turn number 1. Collazo looking for a gap to strike upon. And once again, Trace McDowell still extending that gap. Oh, Tyler Helms locks it up. Goes a little bit wide. Opens the door for Hector Collazo. The preferred lane, and he squeezes past Tyler Helms. Hector Collazo's in the P number 4. He's just right in the bowl, man. Drive-through. Okay, well, yeah. So, got word from the officials what the official ruling on as to why Zach was in pit road. He had a drive-through for a lane change on the restart. He changed lanes before the start-finish line, which is an automatic drive-through penalty. So that is exactly why Trevino is back here. Not the most optimal for Trevino. Coming off of a pretty horrific Auto Club race for Cup. I mean, did phenomenal in the truck race. I mean, you just don't want any more momentum killers, honestly. You don't. And that can be one of them. McDowell just still leading, man. I'm honestly impressed by this guy. I didn't expect him to hold up. Did not. Well, looks like we're probably going to get a battle for P3 here soon. Closing the gap on Christian Zarate, Hector Collazo. So yeah, this is going to be an exciting battle here between Collazo and Zarate. But once again, Hector's in a damaged, busted up car. So we're going to find out if it's even going to be a battle. Yeah, he has no rear downforce. You can just see it. Yeah, no rear downforce. Does not drive. Hector's trying his hardest with that car. It's just terrible. Oh, but Zarate goes wide. Opens the door for Hector Collazo. And he steals it in the carousel. On to position number 3 with Zarate running wide. Ran wide into the corner. Went onto the non-banked area. And that'll do it. But Zarate, soon enough, he's going to be trying to hunt back down that position. Know it. Still about 17 laps to go, and just Trace McDowell's holding strong, but Logan Brink's picked up the pace a little bit. He's caught about 1/10 of a second on Trace McDowell. See it at the top of the chart there. He's gaining little by little. Brink actually keeping his times pretty stationary with Trace. Because he gains here and then he loses all out of the carousel. Yeah, lost all his time out of the carousel. But now he's still catching. He's still throwing down faster lap times than Trace McDowell. Not significantly faster, but he's throwing down faster lap times. And Hector's not even in the conversation, just not fast. At all. Car's just a wreck. Lap 26. 15 to go. And Zarate has gotten past Hector Collazo as he comes down pit road. Might have a pit stop cycle here to left to go. Whoa, McDowell a little bit loose. No battles on the track. We have Trevino trying to catch up on Nicholas Road. And Trevino's in for his pit stop. I'm going to assume they have one final pit stop. Hope I'm right in assuming that. Hector went onto some fresh rubber trying to catch Tyler Helms. He was doing so well earlier. Not sure if he pitted. But, yeah, he was doing so well earlier. So, don't know what happened to him. But Brink's losing on Trace. So, if I'm Trace, I'm extending out for as long as I can before I have to go to pit road. Because I know I'm faster than the guy behind me, even on old tires. So, what that does for a driver is just... It just tells you my main competitor is just slower on the old tires, so I got to stay out. You know, let him play the game with me. But I think Logan will dive in here first before Trace, in all honesty. I don't know how much better it'll do for Logan, but he'll have the warmer rubber next time it comes around. And yes, he is diving into the pit lane first like I predicted. It's a Rate upcoming, not entering pit road. McDowell, I expect him to pit this time or the next lap after. Could we get a new UIS winner for the first time in like a season? Most of the time, these drivers that win, they're big names, we know about them, and they just win. You know, that's what they're used to. But we haven't seen like a guy like Trace McDowell, especially a rookie here, come in and do this well on a road course since a young Hector Collazo, or a younger Hector Collazo. And especially Logan Brink. I mean, that guy just dominated the road courses in Season 2 and Season 3. Put on absolute clinics on road courses. Just blew everyone out of the water. But he's not pitting this time, so he's probably going to pit next time by if I had to guess. And he might want to get in because that tire advantage is showing. Hector Collazo sets down 11.886. Fast lap for Hector Collazo. So yeah, he might want to go in soon because you're a second off pace and you got to think Brink's on those tires. So you got to pit this time. And from what I'm hearing, right, this is probably one of, if not the last races the trucks are going to have with the road courses. As you know, or may not know, the Cup Classic Series is being revamped to Xfinity cars next season. Was I supposed to say that? Anyways, it's on the block. It might happen. It should happen. From what I know, everyone already knows. I've talked to everybody, and they're like, yeah, I know about it. So I'm going to assume I didn't say anything wrong, but it's gone. Trucks are more than likely gone after this season, and we're moving to a new era of Cup Classic, which would be the Xfinity car. So if you could just win the last race of a series, to me, that's incredible. For a certain track type. I mean, Trace McDowell, ever since Hector and Logan and Zach ran into some problems with that strategy, it's just been all in his hands the whole time. And he's not letting up either. He's still knocking down lap time. That's pretty good for old tires, honestly. So, but Trace, man, if you got to pit, you got to come in this time. I'm telling you, because I mean, Logan's not going to make up that gap, but once you pit, you're on the cold tires. That's not a good position in the trucks. It never is. Never will be. Yellow flag is out. Whoa, this just shifted directions. Trace McDowell, the door was just shut on him, and it said no. Oh, no. Trace McDowell has to pit and go to the back. What happened? What was the caution thrown for? Oh, come on. You can't toy with a commentator like that. Oh, Carmelo. Smoke. Why are we throwing the caution for that? He's not on the track. Oh. He's not on the track. Comes onto the track. Nope. On the curbing, avoidable. Why was the caution thrown? Hello? Why? It's a stupid caution. They let people wreck on the oval and it's a one-car wreck and they don't throw the yellow? That's a stupid yellow. Especially on a road course. He's not impacting anybody. He's off the track. That's dumb. That cost Trace the win. That's honestly ridiculous. Clearly wasn't beached. I mean, he got it going. He wasn't beached. It's clear. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, wrap it up. Oh boy. No, everyone's coming in. Everyone wants some fresh rubber. This time. All right. Could be one of the final restarts of the day. Trace McDowell comes down pit road. Gets fresh rubber. He's ready to roll. Brink, all of them too. Pace car pulling into the pit lane. We're ready to go green from Watkins Glen. He fires off early. Big jump from Trace McDowell. Wow. Logan Brink did not expect that. He was caught off guard. Hector Collazo down the inside into turn number 1. Big braking, but Logan Brink has to run off the corner exit. Clears Hector Collazo into turn number 2. Brink now going to get on his saddle and try and chase down Trace McDowell. Already doing it on this cold rubber. Brought it down from 5/10 to 4/10. And aging ever so closely. Hector Collazo wants a piece of this, though. He got his damage repaired. Trying to defend with his life. He wants to win. He'd become a first-time winner in UIS. But he's got 6 to go at the line. Still a long race here. Anything can happen. Trevino helped him out in his favor. He gets past Zarate, or extends his gap from Zarate, and he wants to help chase down into turn number 1. McDowell trying to get the fire off. Didn't quite get it there. Here comes Logan Brink. Strategy does not propel in this race. It's going to be an end game. It's going to be who has the most pace on this fresh rubber. And Logan Brink is wheeling it as Hector Collazo applies pressure. Go on board with Hector Collazo. See what's going on through his point of view. Brink sending in there hard. Hector just trying to time it up correctly and get that runoff corner exit. But Brink also putting pressure on Trace McDowell. A little bit later on the braking in this corner. Should go the way of McDowell. He gets the run off. Coming to 5 to go at the line. Big run out of the final corner for McDowell. Extends the gap a little bit, but Logan reeling it back. Going into turn 1. Dowell in there hard. No spin. Looks like he got a little loose on entry. Here comes Hector Collazo on the back bumper of Logan Brink. Trying to push past the 19. Trace McDowell just driving the wheels off of it. You got 2 road course guys right behind you, or 2 guys that are usually perform well at road courses in your rearview mirror, and you're just calling for a code brown at this point, and you're just hoping you have just enough pace to hold on for the win. Whoa, a little bit of a bob there. Doesn't affect runoff speed too much, but Logan Brink still has the advantage with the draft. Rolling into the corner. They are toe-to-toe. 3 pigs under a blanket. Whoa, Hector in the wall. Smashes it down a little bit. Trace McDowell blocks. Brink outside. McDowell playing the defensive line. Logan Brink, though, has made that outside work so many times. They make contact. McDowell still prevailing from the lead. Round the outside goes Brink. Again, down the inside of McDowell. Now, going to a tough corner. A push from Hector Collazo. Sends him out in the front. Going into the bus stop. It's a 3-horse race, 4-horse race. McDowell defends on the inside line of the bus stop. It works out. And now, 3 cars for second. Didn't work out what Collazo wanted to happen. What he wanted to happen was, whoa, big looseness for Logan Brink. And Trace McDowell's running away with the lead. Hector Collazo, he's in clean air now. coming to 3 to go. This guy is fast. You never want this guy to be on your bumper. And I think Trace McDowell's feeling that. Just closed 2/10 in one corner. McDowell trying to take that corner smooth. Hector just much better runoff. Defending that dirty air affecting Collazo. He's just running that car. Rear sliding out. But McDowell, he pulls away in this corner. Pulls away in the S's. Towards the bus stop. I think this is Hector's money area. You can just see how close they are on the wall. Yeah, gains a little bit of time on Trace McDowell through that corner. Losing it out of the carousel, though. No, McDowell loses out of the carousel. Big mistake from Trace McDowell. Big lunge for Hector Collazo as he runs up the inside. McDowell defends. Trying to not cede the position. McDowell lunges on the inside. Parks it in front of Collazo. Collazo stays behind. Trying to get the draft to make a run towards turn number 1. He blocks down low. Defending McDowell. Didn't work for Logan. Isn't working for Hector. Oh my goodness. Switch back for Hector Collazo. Whoa! They wreck! And Trace McDowell in the inside barrier. Caution might be thrown for that one. Keeps it going. And it's a race. Trevino to the lead. Brink now fighting back on Hector. With 2 to go in the race. Trevino snatches it out in front. Trace McDowell gets turned after he tried to make a block on Hector when he was there. And Trevino sees the opportunity. And he capitalizes by taking the lead. But Brink, hot on his heels. It's a 3-horse race still. Christian Zarate fading into the picture. This is it. It's a road course. And it's looking like Ambrose and Keselowski. But if there's 3 cars. Hector, he's got to pull something out of his hat of tricks here. And here we go. White flag waving. Trevino takes him to it. 3/10 gap. Who's going to close it? Trevino a little wide. Allows Brink to get into the picture. Trevino goes down low. Collazo round the inside and through the S's. Clears Brink after he doors him into the wall. And that's it for Brink. Hard into the wall. Front left is broken probably. Just hit him into the wall. But here comes Hector Collazo. Zachary Trevino trying to win on a road course. But here comes Collazo down the inside. Trevino fighting back through the carousel. This isn't over. And Hector, like he did to Brink, puts him out of the way with the contact. Trevino, he ain't gonna let that slide though. Or he might. He settles for P2. Trevino got done dirty. And Hector Collazo out of the final corner. He's gonna win. Oh my God, bro. He's gonna win at Watkins Glen. I gotta delete that stream now. Why does my voice give out, bro? It does that, bro. So annoying. Because I'll have the greatest shit going, and then it just gives out. That was dirty, though. That was so dirty. I'm not even gonna lie. That's like the dirtiest thing I've ever seen, honestly. Just straight up doored Logan into the wall, killed his car, took him out of the race. I mean, you know, Trevino's is just a little bit of rubbing, but come on, man. You can't justify this. He's there. He'll have a different opinion about it. So, I mean, here was Zach. I think that's completely okay, but I mean, you're just fighting for the win. I mean, but I guess he just doesn't like getting hurt. I was Trevino, I would have dumped him right there. I'm sorry. Like, I don't... You're not gonna push me out of the way to... Okay. It happened. Yeah, I think that's personally one of the... Probably one dirty winning move. I mean... Can't do that. Like, he just... And can't do that. I mean, it wasn't egregious, but like... Come on, man. Really? I mean, he was put in a position where he wasn't dominating by 10 seconds for once, and he showed. I guess he's like Max Verstappen a little bit, and didn't want to race people. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. But you know what? I don't want to interview anybody, honestly, because I'm not the interviewing type. No offense, Chase. It's just, I don't like interviewing people, even though they're lined up. Yeah, I'll do it. So, Zach, you come home P2 today. How does it feel?
Not good.
I mean, you just got absolutely... Logan got killed, and then you get absolutely punted out of the way by your teammate. What do you have to say about that?
I should have kept my foot in it. What turned him?
Yeah,
I mean, if I kept my foot in it and I didn't lift, then he would have wrecked himself. So I should have kept my foot in it.
To me, that was just a disgusting act. First time he's not dominating a race by 10 seconds, and he just shows he races like Max Verstappen. Like, ugh. That doesn't sit well with me. I don't like that. I don't like that. That wasn't a good finish, but you know, you come home here P2 today. I mean, you showed you definitely had winning capabilities there. You know, at certain points in the race, you know, talking about that early stage before you got that drive through, you know, you definitely had a little bit of pace. You just need a little bit of luck, and luck did sway your way a little bit, but got ruined with the drive through. Also, spawning on the drive through comments, why'd you move out of your lane? Did an incident happen? Check up what happened. Why'd you move?
No, I just thought it was an official race, so I just went for it.
Oh, yeah, that's understandable. Well, Zach, you get P number 2 here today. A little bit bitter coming home on the hauler, and we'll see you next week. Yeah, he is definitely not happy with a teammate there after, rightfully so, he absolutely rubbed and wrecked 2 cars. Not wrecked, but he wrecked Logan trying to clear him because he just couldn't handle that he was being raced by a car and he wasn't dominating the race for once. I'm gonna interview Trace about it because that was disgusting too, honestly. So Trace, I'm sorry to bother you from the 2 wonderful people in there. How did your race? How did you find yourself, first of all, in the position to be leading that many laps today? I mean, that was incredible. I thought you were gonna win it, but what happened?
I wanted to win it too, and the reason I got to the lead was barely making the pit road as the competition came out, and then Jackson Brown and Tyler Helms just was not fast enough to keep me behind him, and by then all the fast guys were far enough behind that they had dirty air, and they couldn't get up to me.
Yeah, well, what I want to know is how do you feel about being turned from the lead there by Hector? Did you just feel like, just a racing incident, feel like it was his fault, or you feel like it was your fault? What happened?
It was an aggressive racing incident, I would say, because we were both loose coming off. He was on the rumble strips as I was on the rumble strips. He could have given me at least enough room to get off the rumble strips, and I feel like if he did, it would have been Chris Bush or SVG finish.
Well, Trace, you led a lot of laps today. You showed a lot of promise. Just want to congratulate you for that. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Oh, I gotta get Logan Brink's take on this. So Logan Brink, you finished the race, in 8th place after the truck got wrecked. What happened there?
Just hard racing. Nobody's fault. I was trying to back out of that and just barely touched his bumper. I didn't want to turn him, so just tried to stay away from it. And then I got loose and overcorrected into the wall. Would have hit the wall anyway, so not a big deal. But yeah, it was fun. It was a fun race.
Well, do you have any idea what other races you're probably gonna run for the rest of the season, or?
It's kind of just a last minute thing right now.
Oh, it's just last minute.
So I'll probably run Homestead. I don't know about Phoenix, but we'll see.
Well, you had some race winning pace, for sure there. Do you feel like it could have went in your favor a little better without the caution, or?
Actually, there's multiple things going on. First of all, every time I pitted, I have a clip of this. My pit options were genuinely broken. Like, the left side tires would not go on, even though they're checked. They're like flickering. I don't know what was going on there, but I had to pit like twice, if that makes sense, to put the lefts on.
Really?
That was the whole thing. And then I think it was after the first restart after comp caution. These trucks nowadays, the aero damage is so significant. I got like the tiniest little touch from Peter when he was spinning, and like the truck was just ruined the rest of the run. And I was hearing a lot of other people say stuff like that about like just the tiniest bit of damage, and it happened to me at Kansas. Like, it's just the back end just dies.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened to me at Kansas too. But basically, I saw Hector. He had like a very minor amount of left rear bumper damage, and it was just killing his car. Like, he was oversteering so bad. Like, I've never seen anything like that before with a car.
It's like a scratch on my left rear after lap 15, and it just was horrible. Like, it's so different, and I don't know if that's how that really works in real life, but
probably not.
Definitely happens in this game. So,
all right, well, I'm gonna let you go, Logan Brink. Thank you for showing up and putting on a great race. We hope to see you wherever you show up next.
all right, thanks.
Christian Zarate, you are not getting interviewed. That P3 was Mickey. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside, it's fun inside. Anyway, we'll interview him.
Interview the boy.
All right. So, Christian Zarate, you come on P number 3 today. How you feeling after that Mickey Mouse P3?
Are you serious or no?
I'm trying to rage bait him.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually felt as well deserved today. I thought we were pretty fast. Sure, we got lucky with Logan wrecking.
We'll see we'll see that average running position when Chase uploads the standings.
Okay, but I felt pretty fast today. We got it done. Started P5. Didn't really like the car in qualifying, but as the race went on, I started to like the car a little bit more. But I'm very happy to bring the truck home P3, and that's just makes me feel really good. Makes me feel teamly.
It makes you what? What is this guy talking about? Makes him feel Kiwi.
Teamly.
Oh. Okay, well, Christian Zarate, just want to inform you right now, you are being suspended for finishing P number 3. That was the unlucky number for this race. Yeah.
Damn it.
You are being suspended from future interviews. I do not want to talk to you again. We're not allowed to be spoken to me again. Good boy. Anyway. Yep. Do you have any comments on the late race incidents?
I'm not too clean of a driver myself, unfortunately. I don't think I have much room to talk. But all I will say is that, it's RG Bargy. Last lap racing. From what I saw, Logan's incident I'm sure it'll be reviewed. I feel like Hector came up a little bit on the S's. got Logan loose, so just that sucks for him. Then with him and Trevino, in my opinion, that's just good racing for the win. He didn't wreck him.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So
he
that's
hit
what
him.
I
But
said.
in my
I mean,
opinion,
I was just,
that's good racing for the win, man.
I was
That's
just like,
great.
it's kind of like, you're allowed to do that. That's just normal, honestly. Because when you're getting pinned in the carousel, it's hard to get your foot down, especially with the truck later in a run, out of
Exactly.
that carousel. So I don't really blame him for that, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, Trevino left the door open, and Hector took it. I would have done the same thing. Trevino would have done the same thing. Logan would have done the same thing. I mean, like that. That's a great place for a move. We saw it in NASCAR. I mean, Gisbergen lost the race to Chris Buescher.
Well, here's the thing
That
about
Watkins
that.
done
That
this
one was
year.
an
He left the
entry
door
move.
open.
It wasn't a out of the corner, bumping him out of the way move,
But still, it's the same concept. There's a door, and he opened it. Oh. But yeah, huge shout out to myself. Great race today, in my opinion.
Way to be a team player. All right, well, I'm going to let you go, Chris, because I got Hector on the line, and he probably has some words he wants to share with us.
All right. Appreciate it. And I'll look at your DMs in a second for me, will ya?
All right, I'm getting in trouble. That sucks. Well,
I appreciate
Hector,
it, guys. Have a good night.
Shh. Hector, you can unmute now. I want to ask you some questions.
Uh-huh.
You definitely had some great race-winning pace there. What happened in the middle of the race where you were just chugging in like P10?
3-wide incident. I stayed outside. Thought my spotter did say inside, but it didn't say 3-wide. So I started turning pretty late, and then it was 3-wide. So I don't know if it was a race. From my view, it was something that could have been avoided if we weren't sending it on lap 13, 14 or something like that. But yeah.
Well, you get the victory today. How hard was it to come through the field to get the win?
I mean, it was a safety car, so it's pretty clutch. But yeah, not the best win, I'd say, from me. But yeah, people are gonna have their views.
Definitely tussling and pulling to get that one.
I know, yeah. Especially after that, the Logan Brink thing. I do apologize because I did send it deep, but on my rearview mirror, it looked like I was clear. So I did make I started sliding out, but I was still turning. It's just the car that likes to slide out.
I think iRacing, like, in my opinion, needs to add an option where you can, like, see your car in, like, the virtual rear mirror. Like, I feel like that'd be so awesome. Like, for example, you can just have it, like, just above your, like, splitter or something, or you can have it, like, like an actual back cam or something like that. I would love that, because then you actually know where your car's at. Like, I feel like that'd be great, But, had a lot of race winning pace. A lot of guys did today, honestly. I mean, they were just... It was honestly a pretty good road course race. Pretty boring in the middle half, I won't lie, but in the beginning and the middle stages, man, it was just filled. There was so much to go over. Good race, Hector. Congratulations on the win, and wish you luck tomorrow at Watkins Glen in the Cup Series if you're showing up. So, wish you luck.
Thank you.
Well, that's going to do it for me today. This is Jacob Quill in the booth, and I am glad to have you on board for this race. Thank you for attending our live stream, and we much appreciate it. Tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, we have Hyperdrive Cup Series racing here at the Watkins Glen International Circuit tomorrow too. So we would like you to show out for that too. And just want to thank you for watching once again, and good night.